Today we will discuss about the unique feature of our constitution. Why our constitution is very vast, very voluminous, and it is you can say a political philosophy, economics, understanding, legal things. You can go in deep when you go through the pages of our Indian constitutions. Not only that, like South Africa, India's constitution was also drawn up under very difficult circumstances. The making of the constitution for a huge and diverse country like India was not an easy affair or task. At that time, the people of India were emerging from their status of subjects to that of citizens due to the colonial yoke, the colonial slavery, you can say. The country was born through a partition on the basis of religious differences, as we all know. This was a traumatic experience for the people of India and Pakistan. At least 10 lakh people were killed on both sides of the border in partition-related violence. There was another problem. The British had left it to the rulers of the princely estates to decide whether they wanted to merge with India or with Pakistan or remain independent. The merger of these princely estates was a difficult and uncertain task. When the constitution was being written, the future of the country did not look as secure as it does today. The makers of the constitution had anxieties about the present and the future of the country. Let us discuss the main salient features of our constitution, संविधान. क्या खासियत है, क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है, आज हम उसके ऊपर बात करें. The Indian Constitution is unique in its contents and spirit, though borrowed from almost every constitution of the world. The Constitution of India has several salient features that distinguish it from the constitutions of other countries. It should be noted at the outset that a number of original features of the Constitution, as adopted in 1949, have undergone a substantial change on account of several amendments. In fact, the 42nd Amendment, especially 42nd Amendment, Act 1976, is known as mini constitution due to the important and large number of changes made by it in various parts of the constitution. However, in the Kesavanand Bharati case of 1973, the Supreme Court ruled that the constituent power of Parliament under Article 368 does not enable it to alter the basic structure of the Constitution. यानी आप संविधान की मूल संरचना, मूल अवधारणा के साथ कतई छेड़छाड़ नहीं कर सकते हैं. ये केशवानंद भारती केस में है. One by one I will say slides on the various important relevant features. The first important feature is lengthiest written constitution. कहा जाता है कि हमारा जो संविधान है वो विश्व का सबसे बड़ा संविधान है. Basically, constitutions are classified into written, like the American Constitution, or unwritten, like the British Constitution. The Constitution of India is the lengthiest of all the written constitution of the world. It is a very comprehensive, elaborate and detailed document. Originally, 1949, the Constitution contained a preamble, 395 articles divided into 22 parts and 8 schedules. यानी उसमें ओरिजिनली 395 धाराएं थी, 22 भाग में बटा हुआ था और 8 अनुसूचियाँ थी, 8 schedules. But right now, it consists of a preamble, about 465 articles divided into 25 parts and 12 schedules. The various amendments carried out since 1951 have deleted about 20 articles and 1 part and added about 90 articles, 4 parts and 4 schedules. No other constitution in the world has so many articles and schedules. Now the 4 factors have contributed to the elephantine size of our constitution. ये क्या है? A. Geographical factors, that is the vastness of the country and its diversity. B. Historical factors, for example, the influence of the Government of India Act of 1935, which was bulky. C. Single constitution for both the center and the states except Jammu and Kashmir. And D. Dominance of legal luminaries in the Constituent Assembly. The Constitution contains not only the fundamental principles of governance but also detailed administrative provisions. Further, those matters which in other modern democratic countries have been left to the ordinary legislation or established political conventions have also been included in the constitutional document itself in India. The Constitution of India has borrowed most of its provisions from the constitutions of various other countries as well as from the Government of India Act of 1935. Dr. Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar proudly acclaimed that the Constitution of India has been framed after ransacking all the known constitutions of the world. दुनिया का कोई भी ऐसा संविधान नहीं था जिसको नहीं पूरी तरह खंगाला गया, इसको रैंसैकिंग, खंगाल दिया गया. The structural part of the Constitution is to a large extent derived from the Government of India Act of 1935. The philosophical part of the Constitution, जिसमें the fundamental rights of directive principle of state policy है, derive their inspiration from the American and Irish constitutions respectively. Then the political part of the Constitution, the principle of cabinet government and the relations between the executive and the legislature, have been largely drawn from the British Constitution. The other provisions of the Constitution have been drawn from the constitutions of Canada, Australia, Germany, erstwhile USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, now Russia, आज हम रसा के नाम से उनको संबोधित करते हैं, यूएसएसआर खत्म हो गया, फ्रांस, साउथ अफ्रीका, जापान एंड सो ऑन. The most profound influence and material source of the Constitution is the Government of India Act 1935. The federal scheme, judiciary, governors, emergency powers, the public service commissions, and most of the administrative details are drawn from Government of India Act 1935. More than half of the provisions of the Constitution are identical to or bear a close resemblance to the Act of 1935. Now the third important features of our Constitution is that it is blend of rigidity and flexibility. कठोर भी है, लचीला भी है. Constitutions are also classified into rigid and flexible. A rigid constitution is one that requires a special procedure for its amendment, as for example the American Constitution. A flexible constitution, on the other hand, is one that can be amended in the same manner as the ordinary laws are made, as for example the British Constitution. The Constitution of India is neither rigid nor flexible but a synthesis of both. Article 368 provides for two types of amendments. Some provisions can be amended by a special majority of the Parliament, that is a 2/3 majority of the members of each house present and voting, and a majority that is more than 50% of the total membership of each house. And second, some other provisions can be amended by a special majority of the Parliament and with the ratification by half of the total states. ये दो प्रक्रिया है संविधान में संशोधन का. At the same time, some provisions of the Constitution can be amended by a simple majority of the Parliament in the manner of ordinary legislative process. Notably, these amendments do not come under Article 368. Now the fourth feature is federal system with unitary bias. The Constitution of India establishes a federal system of government. It contains all the usual features of a federation. For example, two government, division of powers, written constitution, supremacy of constitution, rigidity of constitution, independent judiciary and bicameralism. द्विसदनात्मक व्यवस्था जिसको कहते हैं, दो सदन. However, the Indian Constitution also contains a large number of unitary or non-federal features, जैसे a strong center, single constitution, single citizenship, flexibility of constitution, integrated judiciary, appointment of a state governor by the center, all India services, emergency provisions, and so on. Moreover, the term federation has nowhere been used in the Constitution. Article 1, on the other hand, describes India as a union of states, which implies two things. One, Indian Federation is not the result of an agreement by the states, and two, no state has the right to secede from the federation. कोई भी राज्य केंद्र से अलग नहीं हो सकता है. Hence, the Indian Constitution has been variously described as फेडरल इन फॉर्म बट यूनिटरी इन स्पिरिट। कई विद्वानों ने कई प्रकार के इसको उपाधि से विभूषित किया है हमारे संविधान को। जैसे एक केसी हुएर साहब हैं, KCWHEARD हुएर, इन्होंने काजी फेडरल कहा है, क्वाजी फेडरल, आधा संघीय है, पूरा नहीं। देन मॉरिस जोन्स, द फेमस पॉलिटिकल साइंटिस्ट, said the bargaining federalism। देन ग्रेनविले ऑस्टिन ने कहा है, जी ऑस्टिन ने कहा है कि हमारा जो संविधान है वो कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म की बात उन्होंने, ऑस्टिन साहब ने बताया है, कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म। देन आइवर जेनिंग्स, ही सेड दैट द फेडरेशन विथ अ सेंट्रलाइजिंग टेंडेंसी। संसदीय प्रणाली, ये भी हमारी संविधान की एक खासियत है, विशेषता है। पार्लियामेंट्री फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट, द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया हैज ऑप्टेड फॉर द ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट्री सिस्टम ऑफ गवर्नमेंट rather than American presidential system of government. The parliamentary system is based on the principle of cooperation and coordination between the legislative and executive organs, while the presidential system is based on the doctrine of separation of powers between the two organs. The parliamentary system is also known as Westminster model of government. Westminster ब्रिज पर विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ की बड़ा फेमस कविता भी है, इसीलिए उसको वेस्टमिंस्टर मॉडल कहा गया। गवर्नमेंट, रिस्पॉन्सिबल गवर्नमेंट एंड कैबिनेट गवर्नमेंट। द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन establishes the parliamentary system not only at the center but also in the states. The features of parliamentary government in India are presence of nominal and real executives, majority party rule, collective responsibility of the executive to the legislature, membership of the ministers in the legislature, leadership of the prime minister or the chief minister, dissolution of the lower house means Lok Sabha or state assembly, Vidhan Sabha. Even though the Indian parliamentary system is largely based on the British pattern or British model, there are some fundamental differences between the two. इसको समझना है। ये difference क्या है? The Indian parliament is not a sovereign body like the British parliament. Further, the Indian state has an elected head, republic, elected head, while the British state has hereditary head, constitutional monarchy. In a parliamentary system, whether in India or Britain, the role of the prime minister has become so significant and crucial that the political scientists like to call it a prime ministerial government. Prime ministerial government.